Oh, hello there. Cosmical here, and I'd like to cordially invite you to a gathering, the likes of which has never been seen. There will be food, drink, and much merriment. And of course, no gathering is complete without a little bit of this.
My balls are on fire! Oh, my balls are on fire! They're literally on fire, though, aren't they?
I guess I'll see you there. Good day.
All right. And we're live.
Alrighty. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlanetSide 2 Community Clash, where we pit outfits against each other for your entertainment, for fun, and for their bragging rights. I am your host, Torts. With me tonight, as you've already heard, is Hamma. Our two casters for this evening are Nox and Derringer. And we also have Jenny Boo in the chat room. Joining us tonight for our matches is Future Crew and the Iron Wolves. First off from the Iron Wolves is Jax. We're going to talk to him first about his outfit. Jax, are you there? Mr. Jax. Jax is not there.
Cricket.
All right, Mr. Shot.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Sorry, I went to unmute my mic and ended my call.
It's all good. It's all good. So, you are the outfit lead for the Iron Wolves, right?
I am the outfit leader for the Iron Wolves.
And you are an NC outfit on what server?
We are an NC outfit on Watterson.
Okay, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the Iron Wolves?
So the Iron Wolves is the #1 ranked NC outfit in the world right now, by like a lot. So I don't want to say that we're the best NC outfit in the world, but I'll let the statistics say that we're the best NC outfit in the world. We represent the underpowered, underpopulated NC, the best faction, obviously. The Iron Wolves started about, day one. I think day one of the open of the actual game. It was a big outfit, like 350 players. They just played for fun. They brought me in. I hate fun. I love competition. So when MLG was announced, we got the outfit down to about 130, 140 members. Now we're down to about 70, and we like to keep between 70 and 80 members that play, pretty much every day if we can. We do opposite 3 times a week to practice and stay informed, but we're just trying to represent the NC every day, man.
Awesome. And what are you guys going to do tonight to beat out the Future Crew guys?
Since, obviously as NC players, we can't rely on our weapons. We need to outskill these guys because our weapons are far, far superior, as everyone knows. But I think our coordination as a squad is going to, it's really going to shine tonight because we played 3 nights a week in ops, and Future Crew may be able to outshoot us, and their weapons may be better than ours, but I think the way we move, our movement will win us this match. I think we'll have more air presence than Future Crew will have, and I think our guys will just move faster than they will. Move faster.
All right, so they're like, that sounds good. You got anything else about your outfit before we go on to the Future Crew gentlemen?
I just want to say, I've hung out with Future Crew, and I don't want to say they're terrible people, but the TIW guys are definitely better people just in general. If I could hang out with someone, it would be someone from TIW. But
gotcha.
No, all jokes aside, really excited. Thanks for doing this, guys. We're stoked over on TIW, and just trying to represent NC. So if any really high-level competitive NC players are looking for an outfit, we're always looking for guys that are ready to get competitive and they're ready to win. So shoot Jax19 and tell him the Watterson server.
Cool. All right, well, thank you. All right, now it's on to the Future Crew gentlemen. Shock, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, now after that berating from Jax, let's hear about Future Crew and your VS outfit, correct? On which server?
Yeah, we're a VS outfit on Connery.
Okay, let's hear all about you guys and what makes you guys you guys.
We're a group that started in 2003. PlanetSide 1. We're kind of one of the original outfits back on the Markov server. So we played PlanetSide for all of 10 years, and we came to PlanetSide 2 with kind of really no expectations for how the game was going to play out. And then about 3 months in, PlanetSide Universe came out with that stats site, and we were #1 on it. So we decided to kind of keep recruiting and keep going, and MLG Anaheim kind of came our way, and from there it just built into this really cool thing that we've been able to, just drive. And of course, the Ultimate Squad Showdown win was another driving force in our just continued pressure on the competitive community.
Nice.
But we're also we're just a very outfit of fun-loving players. We we like to just kind of go around. We do a little bit of trolling, but that's just kind of on our own time. We just like to have fun. That's really all there is to it.
Okay. And how are you going to beat out TIW tonight?
Well, we think we're coming in more prepared than TIW. I know Jax just asked for the rules about an hour ago, so that's kind of a strike against him. But all jokes aside, we feel really good about just this rule set. I mean, we've had 3 weeks to prepare due to the test server issues, so we're confident going into it. All our players are really, really excited. So, yeah.
Okay. Any last words?
Not too much. Other than that, I just, again, to kind of echo Jax, I really appreciate what the Community Clash has done for this community as far as the competitive PlanetSide goes. Be sure to check out PlanetSide.cc as well, Kid Riot's new competitive website, which is a really cool place for everybody who's interested in competitive PlanetSide 2 to really connect with the community.
Yeah, good call. Thank you both for coming on tonight and battling it out. We're going to let you two go, and we're going to do a quick filler, and then I'll be whispering you shortly to start off round 1, and let's get this party started.
Sounds good.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Good luck, future crew.
Yeah, good luck.
Nice. I like that. See? That's good. Talk to you guys in a minute. Alrighty. Mr. Knox, Mr. Derringer, are you both here?
I am. How's
Okay.
it going?
I am as well.
Good deal. How about we go to Mr. Knox first? Can you give us the future crew lineup?
You better believe it.
Okay.
First, we have in Alpha Squad, I got Twiff. It's Murda, Violin, Galaxis. I can't pronounce this one. ATC. This is a good one, you know. A-Test, I don't know. VS21314, Untouchable, Cash, Nivark, Nuka Bazooka, Shock FC, Bass Tape. And in the Bravo Squad, I got Tav, Action Bowman, Boyer, Yoxen, Drozinko, Regime, Nabshin, Lieutenant Smash, Starchild, Serena, Scourge of the Server, and the Real Shiri. How about you, Derringer?
Sorry, I was just getting myself in position. Give me 1 second. First off, I always like to list the leader of this whole thing first, so let's give a shout out to Jax playing as Jax-tastic. The rest of his platoon is Free Dominatrix, Clipto, YOLO Solo, my new favorite,
Nice.
Eventual Clarity, Tox 5, Ovakino, Dixie Brick, High Voltage 2, Jericho, Dalton R Easy Mode, Sky Jerk, Kabe, Madry, Oeandril, Demon Smurf, Lampin Fiber, Magwa 2K, Esco Rodeo, Neon Tiger, Demented SCV, Yokatus, Panzar, OP Brutal Master, and Clipto.
Alrighty. That is our lineup for both teams this evening, guys. I am talking to both outfit leads now to get them ready to go. I am linking the chat, or the rules in the chat as we say now. They're a little lengthy. I'm not going to go through all of them. There is a small change for tonight's match versus the last match that you heard. The primary one being is that this is a 16-minute match, not 15-minute match, and the point increments will be done every 4 minutes. So the 12-minute, 8-minute, 4-minute, and the end of match marks. There will be a point system set up where each point that's controlled by the corresponding faction counts as a point towards that faction. So to give an example, at the 12-minute mark, if the future crew gentlemen on VS controlled 2 out of 3 points, they would receive 2 points. At the 8-minute mark, if they held all 3, they would receive 3, etc., etc., etc. At the end of each match, the points are tallied and added to the rest of the matches, or rest of the rounds. And at the end of it, whoever has the most points obviously wins. That's how it works. And with that being said, we are going off. Tom and Derringer, or Knox and Derringer, you guys ready to go?
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Em, are you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready to go, and I just wanted to point out that tonight we actually have first-person community cams. So
Oh, yeah.
should be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Who's streaming for us?
We will have, and you guys are hearing their audio right now, so let me go ahead and bring them off so that's not confusing for you. So we have Twiff is streaming for Future Crew, And I can't remember who's streaming for TIW.
We have
My
Sailor Moon
apologies.
streaming for TIW.
We're
Sailor
gonna-
Moon.
We're going to do our best to keep that stable for you, and hopefully we'll be able to bring that angle of the action to you guys tonight. But yeah, ready to go. Everything's good on my end.
All right, it sounds like we have a ready mark from both outfit leads. So, gentlemen, the first 16-minute round is beginning at the countdown of 10.
Have we discussed what base we're on?
No, we have not. Why don't you do that?
Oh,
on the
all
initial
right.
countdown?
The first round is, or first half is going to be on Esri Munitions Corps, which is a lovely base with 2 of these lovely towers. And there are 3 points. 1 point A on the tower that has the spawn room, and 2 points B and C on the tower that is opposite the spawn room. Off in the distance here, you will see the lovely starting location of the mobile sunderers for our friends at TIW.
We are just down the road, actually over the point towards Pale Canyon Chemical. So
All right,
we will
guys.
be coming from the southwest.
The countdown has begun. 10.
We cannot see your yell.
9. You cannot see it, huh?
No,
I
as
can't.
I told you.
No, are
Cannot-
you sure? You're looking in general chat?
Nope, I'm not looking in general. It's my bad. I can see your yell now.
Okay. Thank you very much. No, we'll start this over again. Countdown starting at 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Go, 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 go. First 15-minute round. Let's go.
Clock like countdown.
Woo! It's beautiful, isn't it? All right,
Looks
here we
like
go.
the Alpha Squad splitting off and Bravo Squad splitting off in 2 different directions here. They're pushing for the opposite tower. I'm assuming they're going to try and get one of the Sunderers coming up.
I can tell you that TIW has moved in from the southeastern position, and Jax is leading the way in his mech suit through the bottom door. I'm going to follow that action as they, as a one group, they go up the stairs together. They are rushing that point, meeting some resistance on the way. They are moving towards B currently.
Future Crew is got presence all around this tower. I do not see much action on the outside. I don't see much movement on the outside. It doesn't look like they're trying to get these mobile Sunderers that are parked on the outside of this building here. They're just focused on defending right now.
The Bravo point has flipped.
Looks like a C4 took out a couple.
There's definitely some action, a little bit of max camping the spawn room here.
It looks like Future Crew does have some scythes, and they are hitting one of the mobile Sunderers. A rocket hits the other Sunderer. More rocket pods coming in, and one mobile Sunderer is down. So is a scythe. The Reaver took it out.
There's definitely more action inside. They're keeping Future Crew stuck inside this spawn room above Bravo, not being able
I
to
see
come
an Iron
out.
Wolves Liberator up in the sky as well, but we got AA turrets hitting it.
Still, Bravo is the only point that has been taken by the Iron Wolves.
And that is a hard point for the Future Crew to get to and really set up a defense before Future Crew can get there. Sorry, I said that backwards, didn't I?
Kill you.
There's definitely a lot of dead Iron Wolves around right now, and I think Future Crew has finally begun to break through. You know, when I say that, and then I see a res grenade go off.
I do see a couple Future Crew, 1 Iron Wolves, 1 Future Crew on the lower level here. And I'm getting a nice little wall glitch. I can see through the floor. Iron Wolves do have men on the Bravo point, though.
That's where I am as well. They have 1 max suit covering it, but I do see that Future Crew is now
Large
pushing
Future Crew
in.
push coming in here. They're taking this point back with a little bit of ease right now.
They have taken the
After
point
that
back.
Sunderer went down, they didn't have too much trouble.
No, I've got my audio on.
We do have a Iron Wolves Liberator bombarding the base still. It's very high up in the sky. I'm gonna get up to this thing. Man, that's far away. But the AA is Future Crew is manning these AA turrets quite effectively, keeping that Liberator at bay.
Looks like we're getting a number of drop pods dropping around, sitting over the top of over A now.
We have another Reaver around the Liberator as well. And there was just one lone anti-air turret defending. It looks like they're waiting for something, though.
I'm hanging out by it.
Get on my points. 10 seconds. Get on my points.
The south building. There's a max shooter right there.
We're allowed to move into the hard spawn, right?
12 minutes left, that's the point, and Future Crew holds all 3 points. They receive the first 3 points of the match to Future Crew.
Future Crew was using these turrets, but they have... Iron Wolves have taken them down. We have Future Crew guys pushing up towards the hard spawn to cause a bit of chaos here. Now, as long as they don't destroy it, this is not necessarily disallowed by the rules. There's just one guy here. As long as they don't destroy it or attack that Sunderer, they are okay. There's a lone infiltrator here. Let's see who it is. It is... I can't get the name. A lock on the name. Yeah, it's too hard to get a name. Number 6 in Alpha Squad. Forgot I can do that. That would be VS21314. But he is down.
Looks like we have a number of max fighting going down inside the vehicle bay. So we have a couple Zoes versus some scat maxes.
Flying around, as well as a Liberator. Trying to cause some chaos from above, but it's really not doing too much from what I noticed. TIW does look to be making a 4-man push here, but Future Crew has these buildings on lockdown. Oh wait, more than 4. There's more that it didn't.
Yeah, they're making a large push now, coming from... They're actually regrouping.
Looks like they're looking to take this elevator up onto the tower.
It's exactly what they're doing. They're all going up the elevator at once. I'm going to follow them in as they hit the point. They're actually going up the next elevator as well. This is an interesting tactic.
He does have a lone Zoe here, but it is surrounded. He's making a run for it because he's not going to fight that off by himself on the outside. But they do have some guys on the point defending. But it looks like I see lots of skeletons. We gotta figure out how to get up there. Future Crew has got a pretty good hold on this Charlie point here. Now I'm noticing TIW's not really pushing Bravo at the same time. They could be splitting here and causing a bit more chaos.
Yeah, they're definitely focusing on
They're really focusing on Charlie and ignoring Bravo altogether. There's 2 Future Crew on this level. 3, 4.
They're making another...
Probably enough to handle with it.
They're regrouping again to get ready. They're having one person's actually probing to see what's up there, and it's like they're all starting to regroup again here.
Future Crew actually has a really nice reactive defense setup. They're sitting here on the middle floor between B and C, ready to go to either floor that's necessary, and also knowing that TIW doesn't necessarily have to, but there's a high likelihood that they'll have to travel on that second floor of the tower to get to Charlie Point. They can go on the outside on these elevators to get there as well, but Future Crew Charlie Point defenders are watching that, knowing that the guys on the second floor have their back. This is actually a really solid defense, and if Bravo gets pushed, I notice they'll push right down those stairs and try and fend them off. This is a very hard base to take over by the way Future Crew has it set up.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're coming up on the 8-minute mark here shortly, guys. About 20 seconds left. Currently, we do have
the Bravo point actually has just flipped. I'm going to move into that and take a look because Future Crew is making a push back towards it to take it back. So let's see if they're able to flip it in time. Yeah, they're able to. They're on it right now. So it's definitely going to flip back to their possession. It looked like it was just one lone Iron Wolf Neon Tiger made a push towards that Bravo point to try and get some points as they were about to, we were about to do a recording session for a point.
Yeah, and the at the actual event of the 8-minute mark, they did hold all 3. It was about a second off. They would have got that point, but they were unfortunately, just a little bit slow.
So I was scouted out A, and I see a few future crew over there. It looks like 2 of them. We have a couple Iron Wolves making a push at the point. Actually, 3 of them that I've seen, 4. So it looks like they're trying to split onto A here, but there are lots of mines set up. I just saw lots of explosions go off that sounded like landmines.
I'm noticing that Future Crew is actually using some air to this map, but I don't know if that might be one of the reasons that they're having a tough time. I think they might
And
need
TIW is actually taking Charlie Point right now. They have a max, a medic, 2 medics, and an engineer in here. So they have 3 medics maybe actually. They have a really good setup here on A, so they can hold this for a few more minutes. They'll be in a good spot if they can take B or C.
They are definitely working on Charlie right now, but
A large future crew presence is on the way over, though. I'm looking at my mini-map here. I see a very large number of future crew on their way over to take A back. Looks like all of Alpha Squad. Bravo Squad is staying over at B and C to hold the defense there.
I was going to say the same thing on my screen. It lit up purple.
Alpha Squad has just taken back the A point, and I would expect them to go reinforce B and C. This is TIW's chance to really make a hard.
Rough. 11-1 is the. By the way, so to recap, 11-1 is the current point system. With Future Crew with 11, TIW with 1. They did take Alpha Point at the 4-minute mark for 1 point. Or sorry, I apologize. Yeah, it was the 4-minute mark. They took the Alpha Point for the 4-minute mark. To hold it during that flip. But Future Crew pretty much held a pretty outstanding defense for the rest of the match, rest of the round. I don't know. What do you think, Campbell? What did you see? Did you see anything interesting while you're flying around?
Sorry about that. We actually had a disconnect there randomly for no apparent reason at all. So apologies to everyone out there. They missed some of what we were talking about. So I totally brain farted on what we were talking about while I was fixing that.
Okay, we are ready on TIW's side. We're waiting for one reconnection on the shock on Future Crew side. Then we're going to start a round 2. Currently, the score again for recap: Future Crew 11, TIW 1. Don't be surprised by the score, guys. The first was a defense by Future Crew. Defending this base, I can imagine, is much, much easier than attacking it. So we will see what round 2
The way Future
holds.
Crew did it made it look like a pretty easy defend.
Mm-hmm.
It did. It did. We will see if TIW can make it as easy, look as easy. So,
if not easier, if they can take it 12-0. That 1 point would be huge then.
Start in 15 seconds, guys. You both ready? Knox, Derringer, Hammer?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right.
Sure.
15.
Let's do this.
13. My mechanical counting numbers. 12. 11.
I
10.
only see the... Oh, there they go.
9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Let's go. Let's go, 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 go. 16 minutes has begun. Mechanical keyboards away.
All right, Darren, sir, I'm just watching Sunderers. What are you guys doing?
We are running towards the Bravo and Charlie points, running between the Twin Towers.
Oh, you didn't go there.
I did go there.
We have a bit of a crash here. between
Yeah,
the two
and
sides.
Iron Wolves are ready at the top of that jump pad, and here they come, right into the meat grinder. It is
Bravo
a Zoe
Squad,
fest
Alpha
on top
Squad
of it.
exited up the elevator. We have a TIW in the cannon here, and they got lit up. They're done for
did.
already. Alpha Squad is out. Let's check.
That
Bravo
is-
Squad went underneath,
That's a little
but
bit
the
of
Sunder
hacks.
has not deployed. They're moving.
That's some hacks max action right there. Bravo point is being flipped right now.
Yep, Bravo
And I
Squad
don't-
won from the bottom when Alpha
I don't know
Squad
that
turned them
Iron
all
Wolves
up.
realize. I don't know that Iron Wolves realize it's been flipped.
No, they're coming right behind Iron Wolves here, and the Iron Wolves don't even seem to know that. They're just
Yeah.
running. The Max is just running forward still, letting a Zoe just smoke him in the back.
They're starting to make a push now, but Charlie's being flipped now by Future Crew.
Yeah,
Oh.
Future Crew is already familiar with this base, so the defenders have kind of an advantage.
Yeah, Iron
But
Wolves
that's
are...
why the second half, Future Crew will be attacking first. So
Iron Wolves are completely wiped out here. They have to do a full respawn, and they're coming running from the other side.
Looks like we just had
has everyone on these 2 points.
Looks like we just had a side blown out of the air. Nice.
If they can hold these 2 points, that's the half towards them. But Iron Wolves needs to take as many points as they can.
Iron Wolves are making a rush across the bridge right now. They cleared out the small force that was running on the lower level towards A, and now, like I said, they're making a full bridge push. They're getting kind of lit up across that bridge, too. Zoe is a beast of a machine, let me tell you.
It's not something to mess with. We have quite a few medics and engineers sitting behind this wall at the giant door across from the bridge, healing the Zoes as they pop back in, too.
Iron Wolves are using air again.
Several engineers.
Iron Wolves have at least 2 aircraft in the air. They have a Liberator that is circling the base and a Reaver that is taking out single targets. They're definitely working on clearing these pads of all Future Crew folks.
Future Crew, where are they coming from? They must have a Sunder around here somewhere. Let's hit my map and zoom in. I do not see a Sunder deployed, so Future Crew can... If TIW can take out Future Crew here, which they have a lot of medics, might be challenging, and a very good...
Future Crew is all alive on the point. They don't need to go... They don't need one.
Future Crew does have the terminal hacked down here, though, and they can spawn a Sunder if they need to.
There's like a Zoe dance party down there.
They have these 2 points locked down.
They do.
No one's on the actual B point. It looks like they're going to take hold these 2 points and take 2/3 of the score every minute mark rather than try and get all 3.
Yeah, Iron Wolves are still making a push, but they all seem to be down. They're all drop potting in now.
Yep, and I still don't see a Sunderer up.
I do see some Future Crew drop pods coming as well.
Over here on all levels on the inside.
There's a 12-minute mark, and Future Crew holds 2 of the 3 points. That gives them 2-point advantage over that. TIW holds 1.
So that will actually bring the half to 13 to 2, I believe.
Correct.
That is correct.
Which does give Future Crew the half, even if TIW can hold the points for the rest of it. But that looks like it might be pretty challenging. Future Crew has this tower on lockdown.
I agree. They have all levels of this tower on lockdown. I mean, we have a few Iron Wolves pushing from different points, but Future Crew is just pouring out of any opening they need to.
These guys are constantly moving. They're just kind of casually dancing around on the inside. No TIW is going to be able to sneak in here. They are constantly running around, checking every corner. It looks like we do. It looks like we have a lone infiltrator sneaking his way up.
I almost wonder
took out one.
If the Iron Wolves are content just to hold the A point the entire match to get some points. Because they don't seem to be they're not really pushing across this bridge. They've set up a little bulkhead on...
They could...
Bulkhead's the right word.
Hoping that Future Crew wants to push out and maybe create an opening. But that's a big risk to take when you're down by so many points already, I think. I think you need to push...
They're pushing on the top level across one of the side bridges.
I do see quite a few red dots around here now.
Yeah, the northwestern bridge, they made a push across, and they're actually probing into the top level of the tower now. But as we know, Future Crew is all over that Charlie Point.
They are. They have many medics, many Zoes, many engineers. This is not a room that's going to be easy to take out.
Well, they're
making
a push for it.
The lower elevator area as well, defending it.
Well, I thought Iron Wolves were making a push for it, but it doesn't look like they are.
I see quite a few red dots. I'm trying to find out where these guys are at. They could be just directly below.
They're all above.
Looks like I see a Sunderer coming in on the bottom level. Will it deploy? It ought to.
All the Iron Wolves that are making a push are on the top level of the tower. And they are almost daring Future Crew to take that pad and jump up to the top portion of the tower, and then they're taking them out. They're actually shooting down in.
Two Furies, but they're not deploying the Sunderers, so no one can spawn to help them. They just let it die, killing maybe a couple guys. Future Crew's all over that Sunderer and is down.
There's still a large population of Iron Wolves in the top of this tower, and they seem content to just fire down into the opening, hoping to pick off Future Crew people, but I don't know that that's a valid tactic to use. I think they really need to make a full crash down in there to try and make a push towards it. They're getting picked off one at a time.
To the next timer.
Zoe have just crashed up to the top to clear it out. It looks like Future Crew got tired of this cat and mouse game.
Yep, I see a lot of Bravo Squad up there. Looks like Alpha Squad's still down on the lower level, holding out down there. The Future Crew is very organized. Their squads do not mix up very often.
They cleared Iron Wolves out of that top level. There's one Iron Wolves guy running around, and that's it.
He's got a shotgun. I'm following him. He took out a couple guys now. But he's not going to do much as soon as he enters into this.
Well, I'm following a different guy. I'm following Panzar right now, and he's playing a medic, and he's stealthily rezzing people.
8 minutes left. That gives a point to Future Crew as well again, and 1 to TIW. That gives a 15-3.
15-3 Future Crew. Looks like they're going to have this half pretty easily. I'm not seeing much TIW push here at all.
I agree. They all seem to be.
If I were a Future Crew, I would just go for the 3 points at this point.
Go for the jugular and just really push hard into that A point.
Take it, yeah.
Well,
they can't flip the base over. It's got 7 minutes.
They're playing it safe. They're playing it safe is what they're doing because they know that they can get 2 points every tick. And I think they really
greedy is the correct thing to do.
I think
would
if
send
we
a couple guys and just to mess with them though.
I think if we were on the second map already and they were down, we'd see a push. I'm actually tracking a very large Iron Wolves push now, again, across that northern bridge. But they don't realize that the A point is being flipped behind them.
So they actually did send 2 guys, 2 Future Crew guys over to the A point. Only one is on the point, one's on the top level, coming up behind this push, actually. I think he's an infiltrator. He's going to take out random guys that he gets up behind.
Yeah, there he goes. Took out another one.
314. He's got one guy. He's going to get an.
He's seen now, though.
He's got another medic now. He got us. And Heavy's now spawned on him. He's taken out another medic. VS.
Very tricky.
He caused a lot of chaos there. He took out all their revives, and now he's shooting Maxis in the back, and they aren't even doing it.
They stymied that entire Iron Wolves push once again. Because they are all down again.
We have a Max running away across the bridge here, getting lit up and done for.
They do have the A point back, though. We will give the Iron Wolves that. But I do see the infiltrators again making a push over that northern bridge, looking to probe that A point to see if they can cause any more damage. It's a good tactic.
That was a hell of a push, and that was a hell of a defense.
VS21314 really, he focused all the medics. He took down 3 medics in that push from behind, and that's just all their revive was gone. It looks like we're getting a bit more push across these bridges, though. Future Crew's getting a bit more brave. They have some engineer turrets set up here on the top level.
Now is the time to be brave because we are well past the halfway point. They've tallied a number of points from holding Bravo and Charlie. I agree this is the time to make that push.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left, guys, and
the Future Crew that everyone knows for taking many, many points in the little SOE Live challenge, where it was just base capping, is tactical too. They aren't just exploiters of mechanics.
All right, we do have some more action on the lower levels heading towards the vehicle bay under Bravo. We've got a little bit of a battle a Max and Zoe battle going. I guess they're both Maxes. I apologize, but there's definitely.
No,
a
there's always on a whole different level. That's what you're saying.
That's what I subconsciously.
I'm not going to
saying.
bring bias into this.
That's what I'm subconsciously saying. I do see that Iron Wolves brought in another Sunder, which was just destroyed.
They did. They brought a Sunder in from behind, and it's taken out quite quickly.
That was a good maneuver.
We now have Future Crew pulling out a Lightning here.
I do see it. I'm tracking it right now.
4 minutes left. That is a point system. That's 17-4 now.
A point is being flipped again.
It looks like they were trying to get the point at the minute mark. They just missed it, probably. Well, I mean, we know they just missed it, but that was, my guess, the goal.
A point is back in the Iron Wolves' favor. They defended that hack.
And now we're just seeing a scattering of Iron Wolves here, poking around, not really making anything significant happen.
They are all running around the A point as well. I have an issue with Demon Smurf has pulled out a Vanguard.
It's well, they know they're not supposed to be pulling MBTs, but in this case, it's be a warning. It's not like he's it doesn't look like he's really doing anything with it anyways. I'm watching him.
He's driving around right now. You might want to send him a whisper because he's about to come into the vehicle bay.
Yes, I'm sending it to him now.
Demon Smurf.
MBTs are banned for this match, guys. That will probably not be the same going forward. It's been an old rule because of spawning positions for a lot of the bases around. For those of you who are not familiar, but I will send him a message.
Correct. We do not want one empire to have a significant advantage based on distance alone.
Yet I know some might argue that the Zoe is a significant advantage.
Yeah, that's not something.
Some might argue that, but you know, hey,
is what it is.
Community Clash prove it needs a nerf. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to bring bias into this. Future Crew is just... It looks like TIW is almost giving up. We do have a Sunderer coming here on the south side, trying to set up and cause chaos from behind, but Future Crew saw it coming the whole way through. They're already hitting it with rockets. TIW is going to have to push from the bridges as well as from behind here if they want to try and do anything. But Future Crew Bravo Squad does sit inside of the building in their standard reactionary defense that they used in the first round, where they're not going to let them come from the bridges. It's not going to trick them. There's no surround that's going to work on them.
They're hitting it with rockets, but that Sunder is definitely still up, and it's still causing a little bit of headaches.
A couple guys repairing on it.
We have a Bravo point capture by Iron Wolves, which is now being flipped back into the favor of Future Crew.
So they did, you know, they made a good push there, and that Sunder is still up. They can still make this push and try and take that point back, or take Charlie back. So
yeah, this Sunder
maybe Future Crew's lack of a Sunderer here might be hurting them now. So Iron Wolves can try and steal a couple points back here.
They have a little point push through those teleporters up. So
1 minute left, guys. Match is almost over.
Rockets are hitting the Sunder.
They may be hitting the Sunder, but they're not doing. Well, a drop pod just hit it
too.
Oh, but it didn't destroy it. It's got a sliver of health. There it
goes.
Down.
It looked like it was probably a light assault. I think I saw C4 kill that Sunder.
It had a sliver of health left, and then down it went. Now they're kind of trapped all alone with nowhere to respawn.
Future Crew is kind of sparse here. I see several of them coming from the hard spawn Sunderers, so they do not have a Sunderer down at these Bravo and Charlie. Bravo points actually, B points being taken, but Future Crew...
it's been flipped back. Yeah, we keep focusing on Sunders and things like that, while Iron Wolves are stealthily flipping points. So we have to give them some credit for that. Jax was actually in there on Bravo.
Number 2 here, it's Murda taking Alpha, working on A point here, causing a bit of chaos in the Future Crew, in the TIW area, but he's taken out.
There's problem number 2.
Match is over. Match is over.
Yeah, Vince Murda.
19-5 is the final score for this half. 19-5. All right, guys, let's get them moving on to the next base. Mr. Knox, Mr. Derringer, we will talk to you guys here in a couple minutes. Get you guys going. I like the first 2 rounds. We're going to pull Mrs. Luperza, or Perfect Storm, for those of you guys who know by that name.
I don't believe that she's a Mrs. next yet.
Miss.
Mrs. She's only a Ms.
Ms. All right, well, I'll see you later, Mr. Derringer.
I'm not a Mister.
See ya.
Get out.
I don't need arguments. All right. This is where we bring on Luperza.
All right, cool.
While I'm getting her ready, what do you think about that round? That was not what I expected. I thought with as easily as the first ones were defended, that would have been that wouldn't have gone that way. But that was pretty.
Yeah, that was
pretty brutal.
That was pretty decisive as well, just like the first one was. They did a lot of pretty interesting things. They stifled some pretty serious organized attacks. I was impressed. They did an excellent job. Like they were saying during the match, they were always on the move. They were moving around all the time. They knew everything that was going on, and they didn't let them get away with anything. It was fun to watch.
I saw a little more action that time around on the top bridges. I didn't see as much air. I think somebody got the hint that air was not going to be quite as effective. I did see some ESFs floating around, but they didn't. There wasn't a consistent presence of the libs as much as the first round. I did see some, but like I said, I saw some top bridge battles. It was pretty good. I saw some good little 2-on-2s at the top of the bridge at the left. But it seemed like Future Crew, once they established themselves on B and C, they were hard to move off.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed watching the kind of the sneak attacks where they kept just sending a couple guys over to A, just to kind of try and
test it.
Nab
Yeah.
it while they weren't watching, and they succeeded a couple of times. And I think that really kept them distracted too. So it was fun.
All right, let's get Luperza on the line. On the line. Hello, Maggie. Are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear us?
For sure.
For sure. Okay. Did you? I assume by watching the chat room that you saw those first two rounds.
Oh yeah, I saw them.
Are you proud of your Vanu brethren?
Yeah, Vanu dominated both of those matches. I really don't know how TIW is planning on coming back from that. What are the points at now? The
points is at 19-5 in Future Crew's favor. It's pretty decisive. It's now. I mean, there is possibility of coming back, but they're going to have to absolutely stomp out the crash site. BL4 crash site is the next base we are going to get everybody, and that's what they're moving everyone to now. Man, that was a stomp.
Yeah, and I was curious. Like, I wish I could have seen what was going on at A whenever they made that big push. Like, all of the TIW guys were pushing because they thought they had A, but then A was getting taken back by the Vanu. But somehow they got it back, and we didn't really get to see what happened over there. I don't know if you guys got to see much of that and are able to comment on it.
Which marker were you talking about?
That last push that TIW did, I believe they were going for B, and A, they actually had A for a moment, and then it switched back. Vanu was trying to take it back, and then they actually got it back, but we didn't really get to see what was going on over there.
Yeah, we'll have to check the points. I saw a small crash at the end there towards the 2-minute mark. Is that what you're talking about? Right towards the end?
Yeah, kind of towards the end.
Okay.
Ish. Not really.
Ish, maybe ish. No, not so much. I did see a couple times A was flipping over. I would have to ask Knox and Derringer. I did not have the cam down there. I was camming up top. So looks like Future Crew and TIW have agreed no maxes at the crash site.
Oh, well.
So this should be...
that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting because I saw TIW using quite a few maxes as well in their little pushes.
I'm going to pull them both on for halftime, and we'll hear what they have to say about themselves.
I was able to see kind of both their cams quite a bit because I can see them all at once. And TIW, I keep forgetting who it was that's streaming as TIW. I'm a fail tonight.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is,
okay,
yeah.
Sailor Moon. I won't forget it, and I just wrote it down. But
Hey,
anyway,
Jack.
he was
Shocker,
always
you
in a
both there?
max.
I'm here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was always in a max, so we were always seeing that point of view. But I also saw that they had a couple other ones with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shock, are you there as well?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, we can. So, no maxes next 2 rounds, huh?
I don't know if that's a standing bond or what.
We're cool. We're cool with that.
It's up to you two. I mean, if it's not you both have to agree to that before we're gonna say that's the way it is. Now it's up to you, sir. It sounds like Jax wants to, but it's kind of your call.
You know what? No maxes is fine with me too.
Okay. No maxes it is.
So I gotta ask, Jax, what is your strategy going? I mean, like, I guess you don't really want to talk about it much, but like, what were you guys thinking while going through those first 2 rounds?
We're thinking that we should re-roll VS. Realistically, no. I mean, Future Crew definitely outplayed us, but like NC just can't compete against those Vanu Maxes. There's really not much we can do against them. But we're outplayed on top of that. But I think there's some serious balance issues that need to be addressed like immediately.
So you think like the major issue is the Maxes, and that by eliminating that, you're going to be able to kind of bring back possible victory?
They definitely played better than we did. They were obviously more organized at that base. There's no excuses on our part on that. They're a better organized squad. I think we kind of shot at the same rate that they did. I wouldn't say they outshot us. I think they outorganized us, which really shocked me. But I think without the maxes were the biggest thing. We didn't know how to get rid of them. We tried C4, but they were able to outrun the C4, so we didn't have an answer to those. So it's obviously a score. It's a score we can't really come back from realistically if we want to win this. But I'd like to see how we can do without maxes and see if we do significantly better.
Be fun to watch. It'd be interesting. Shock, what did you think about those last 2 rounds?
I think they played perfectly. There was some obviously. We came into it. We had kind of a dry run last night about some of the rules, and I actually disconnected and didn't really get much of it. But Twiff and Tav, who's kind of been the platoon leader tonight, has been very on point, and all the guys we've been that are here are very on point as well. So like everybody's just playing as a team, playing as a ball, playing just perfectly. So I'm very impressed with them right now.
I was interested to see around was it around the 6-minute mark? Or I guess I can ask Jax, when you guys made that large push against the top right level 3 bridge.
Right.
It was about the 6-minute mark.
It was a little later than that. I think it was at the 8 or 10 minute mark. Because once that didn't work, we resorted to Sundays.
Who I'm interested to hear, Shock. Was it a conscious decision on one of your commanders' parts to have a guy circle around the back and go medic hunting during that?
Yeah, we have 2 infiltrators. We have 213 and it's Murda, who I actually have them go around, and I was having them doing little timing pushes on medics and doing timing pushes on like point A and things like that to see if we could get that to work, which it almost did one time on point A. But yeah, I do have guys going around the back and doing things like that.
Okay. Yeah, we were surprised at that because we were watching and we saw a couple medics just drop. And we were looking around and we saw that you guys had someone back kind of causing some chaos in the back lines while they were pushing.
Yeah, we call them our bamboozlers.
Bamboozlers. All right, that's a new one. I like that.
Yeah, I mean they were really solid first round. I was pretty shocked. I'm not gonna lie. You guys kicked the shit out of us. but there's another half ahead, and hopefully we'll play a little bit better than we did this round.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the second half. Crash Site is it's a place that we don't really have much experience with. To be perfectly honest, it's a base that doesn't get fought at over too often.
Realistically, we should have pulled Saunders a lot earlier to that B and C tower and given us a spawn over there, and we didn't really do that until the end. And you guys took them out pretty quickly. But I think if we had moved Saunders over to B and C immediately, and given ourselves a natural spawn, we would have done a little bit better. But we didn't do that. So hindsight's 2020.
Never mind. Luperza, do you have anything to say to either team before we start getting ready to go here at the crash site?
Sure. I mean, Vanu homies, you guys, Future Crew has been dominating. Keep it up. TIW, what up? You guys need to bring it back. I want to see a huge comeback. I mean, last Community Clash, we got to see some crazy, mad, last-minute plays that brought some interesting combat. And we even got, like, a final round that we had to do. So I'd like to see that happen again.
I'm interested to see if that'll happen tonight. We'll see. Now, Jackson, Shock, do you have anything left to say before you guys head out?
No, good luck second half, guys.
Yeah, good luck for the next round. I'm excited to play the next one for sure.
All right, I will
All
be
right.
whispering you guys shortly to get the second round kicked off. Good luck to both of you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, Ham, how we looking for the 4 streams?
Oh,
Pretty
looking
clean?
awesome. Yeah, if everything's going good, people are disconnecting and reconnecting, probably just resetting up their stuff, but everything's looking smooth.
So I'm interested to hear more than what you said earlier, Luperza, about what you thought about the first 2 rounds and maybe something we could do to change this next time, fix it out, and try something different.
You mean like the strat for the challenge?
The challenge itself, or new teams that are coming up that you'd like to see play, or anything.
Ooh.
Your thoughts, period, on Community Clash and what's been fun to watch, what hasn't, etc.
Well, I'd have to say, like, the last one was kind of the most fun to watch. I think you guys finally got everything situated and whatnot, and I'm so glad that you guys got this running again. And I think once we get you guys set up with, like, a private server and stuff like that, it's going to be even more fun, and you'll be able to do a little bit more interesting things, I think. But as far as, like, teams I'd like to see, man, Future Crew is dominating. I'd like to see, like, a team that can beat them, you know?
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we have any contenders to face that Future Crew. We didn't know how tonight was going to turn out. We figured we'd pick 2 pretty top tier teams, and it seems like, well, we'll wait to see how this half goes. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what TIW is going to bring. I really hope, they feel like the maxes were the kind of the point of contention there, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I got to admit, watching it and watching all those attacks that they were attempting, there were an awful lot of VS maxes, so I can see how they would feel like that's kind of something that's it'll be really interesting to see how it goes without. I'm very curious to see what will take place now that they are just going to be literally infantry on infantry with probably some aircraft floating around and such, but should be fun.
So, Luperza, what did you think about the air presence in the first round? We saw a fair amount of it in at least round 1, and it didn't seem overly effective. Did maybe we miss something from the observer, from your observation point, the cams being switched around? At least I did, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't see anything crazy happening as far as that goes either.
Mr. Knox, you back?
I was just listening in.
It's listening in. Okay.
Stalking us.
I think there was a lot of discussion I know we had talked to the 2 teams about air presence tonight, and we've had back and forth, and we made sure that we were able to include air in tonight's rule set, and also going forward. And I guess, especially with the way the new Esmir redesign, I guess air and ground didn't have nearly the effect I guess I expected. Ground especially, it seemed like a very underwhelming. Most of the Sundays that were brought in by TIW in the last match were very quickly picked off by infantry. So
yeah, well, the major thing is that those points are going to be infantry help points. I mean, the only way that you're really going to utilize those vehicles is if, let's say, one of those points is really close to the ground, so then you can utilize those tanks. Aircraft, they could have utilized them more, I think, but they weren't really using them to kind of camp those spaces, you know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. The one time I did see a TIW lib kind of making its rounds between Isotech and back, kind of between that cliff ledge. I was noticing that I don't know if Future Crew expected if they kept on using the same approach pattern, but Future Crew had it kind of already ready to go. I did see it peak the cliff one time, and I must have seen at least 3 rockets hit it pretty much within 10 seconds, and it circled right back around and headed out. So somebody had their number, but it sounds like we have both teams almost ready to go. Luperza, do you have any last words before we let you go for the halftime?
No, I'm ready. I can't wait to see the last round. I really hope that TIW brings it back because I'd love to see, a little bit more of a fight going between these 2.
Alrighty. All right, well, we'll talk to you a little bit later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right.
Looks like we just have one sub coming in for Future Crew. Somebody did have to leave, but TIW is ready.
They need a sub? Wait a second.
Well, I
Let's
think
hamstring them one player.
No.
I believe
no.
their sub is Noxious F, the legendary pilot that's been
Noxious X.
Noxious X. Oh, his name right now is Noxious FC for some reason. That's what threw me off.
Future crew.
Yeah.
I think we just have the one sub, and they'll be ready to start round 3. Everyone.
And I'm sorry, I just joined in here. What's the discussion on this no max rule? I'm very intrigued on this.
They both decided during the halftime that they don't want to do maxes for the next 2.
I think that's great. I really want to see how it pans out with no maxes.
Yeah, I think that was their thought as well.
Yeah.
I know that Jax is interested to see how it plays out without Zoe's around. The glowing demons that they are.
I wonder if we'll see some future group folks just completely forget and start pulling them out.
Well, so far they've been very good about following the rules, even on the fly. So we've had, luckily tonight, I think this is the first time we've had the rules set stuck to pretty strictly. Without on the spot changes, so we've been good.
Yeah, we have had very few on the spot changes. So,
all right, are we ready to go? I know TIW is chomping at the bit to get out of this
TIW is chomping at the bit. Still waiting. Still waiting.
Let me talk to these guys real quick.
They're definitely not doing some of the shenanigans that we saw TRG doing, but they're certainly running all over the place like chickens with their heads cut off.
Looks like we're almost ready to go. TIW is ready to go. Future Crew just has the one guy coming in, and we will kick this off. The score is currently 19-5 in Future Crew's favor, but without maxes, the world will end. TIW will destroy everything.
The world will not end.
We're doomed.
Okay, looks like we're ready on both sides. Mr. Knox, Derringer, you ready to go?
I am ready, sir.
Knox.
I am ready too. I'm getting.
Okay, Hammer, you ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, match starts in 15 seconds, guys. Oh boy, I'm excited.
All right, both these Sunders are good. They know not to use these vehicles, so they're not going to use them. They don't want to get weapons locked, though.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Match has begun.
All right, Andy Sunders.
TIW's a little
way out.
TIW's a little slow exiting the spawn, but here they go.
Launching Furies over the rock.
I see them come flying in. They didn't hit anything.
That was interesting.
That's pretty entertaining. So I'm interested to see how they go into this base, because what we discovered looking at this particular base, Terran BL4 crash site, is there is a stairwell here to get into unless you're light assault. Or you're going to go way to the, it looks like southwest here, which is what Future Crew's doing with both their Sunders.
They are.
I think when I was looking at the stairway, I saw a lot of TIW there. So
A point is being overrun by Future Crew right now. There are only a few Iron Wolves here, putting up
it looks like
very
most
little.
of Iron Wolves are at that stairway.
They are, and the A point has flipped in Future Crew's favor, but Iron Wolves are making a comeback on it now to try and push back into it. It's a good response
Looks like
by them.
Alpha Squad's going to be focusing on holding A, while Bravo Squad's clearing the building that TIW's shooting at them from above. They really could send some light assault up on these. It looks like Future Crew has this building pretty much controlled.
They really
now.
do.
And Alpha
Definitely
Point is
do.
theirs.
Yeah, they cleared out Iron Wolves pretty quickly in here. Oh, I did see a res grenade go off though, and Future Iron Wolves are back up and back down.
It looks like Bravo.
There
has
were
now
just too
pushing-
many Future Crew.
Yeah, it looks like Bravo's pushing over towards Charlie. Are they using the bridges, or what are they doing? Yeah, it looks like they're planning on using the bridge here, but they're all waiting to get up and get coordinated first. Which, they have time on their side. You don't want to rush things. When you rush things is when you get into danger. So we have Alpha Squad poking at them from up at their spawn area, while Bravo and some of Alpha pushes over to the C point. And they take it with ease, I think. They're moving in. Not
It
too
hasn't
much
started
trouble
flipping
there.
yet, but it's starting to flip
There are
now.
lots of mines going off.
Yeah,
But they are taking the point right now. The guys, medics went in last, knowing that guys might get blown up by mines and have rezzed everyone who died.
Here come the Iron
TIW
Wolves
is
though.
pushing in from the outside. Oh, look
The
at
Iron
this! They're
Wolves are-
using a door that you can't actually get through to shoot from.
I've
that
used
that-
that door many times myself.
but Future Crew is all over this point. Bravo's here, a few of Alpha are here.
Yeah, they really push as a well-oiled machine.
Bravo, Alpha's now looks like they're focusing on Charlie while Bravo pushes back towards Alpha Point or A Point.
Man, that lib is playing hell. That lib is just
Is there a Liberator? I've been inside, so
TIW's had a Liberator this entire time, and they are just spamming those bridges with fire.
Oh, I see. Yep.
I will say
Reavers
Go ahead, Knox.
Oh, I see 2 Reavers and a Liberator here just lighting up the outside of these bases, the bridge, just like Torx was saying, as well as the Alpha Point. And it looks like Future Crew does not have a Mobile Sunderer up anymore because of that.
I was going to say that while I was listening to the Iron Wolves talk about their strategies, they said that they were going to pepper the ground with that Liberator this time around. And they felt with not having a Zoe Max giving them headaches that it will be a lot better for that Liberator to cause a lot of havoc. They're actually flipping A Point as well. Iron Wolves are about to capture all 3 points back in their favor.
So I think a side effect of the no maxes is I don't know if these guys have really filled the air has free reign right now because no one has the anti-air rockets.
Yeah, 12 minutes at the 12-minute mark, TIW did control all 3 points, so that is 3 points to TIW. That's 19-8 now.
It's flipping back in.
I see the point
favor.
The point flipping back into Future Crew favor.
It did, but there's still Iron Wolves all around it. So, Iron Wolves actually have a Sunderer set up right outside the 8 point that I don't think Future Crew is aware of. If you focus on my screen right now, Hamma, you'll see where this Sunderer is set up right near the 8 point. And they're just pouring out of it, too.
Oh, this is a very good spot. This is a good setup for them.
And
I think
they have all
Future
3
really
points.
needs to get guys like Noxus X and whatnot in the air to take out these air vehicles, to use air to take out the air, because you're not going to do it with the lock-on Annihilator rockets or Lancers.
Agreed.
It's just not going to happen. And I hear a scythe. We have several scythes up here, actually.
There is an air
battle
battle going on. Do you want to focus indoors, and I'll focus on this air battle?
I'm already up in the air battle, my friend.
All right, then I will stay down on the ground. You take care of the air.
They're really focused on that Sunderer, and the Reavers took out 2 of the sides already. They still have the Liberator and 1 Reaver up, so... And
I
it
can
looks
say
like...
that Future Crew has this building next to the A point.
Looks like they killed the hard spawn Sunday.
And the Scythe is out as well now. So TIW does have air control again with 1 Reaver now.
Hold on. Hard spawn Sunday's dead, guys.
Who destroyed the hard spawn Sunderer? It is definitely down.
Hard spawn Sunderer is dead. That is a I gotta double check. That
All right, match is
forgivable.
Match is paused at 10 minutes. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Here come the Sunderers. Iron Wolves are all on top of the building, watching, waiting, trying to see where it's going to happen.
Future Crew is definitely trying something different this time, and I don't blame them. But we got a lot of rockets hitting 1 Sunderer.
Yeah. It was being repaired immediately, though.
It is. It doesn't look like it's deployed, but...
All right, they're doing that tactic that we talked about, Knox. They are running up the sides of these little arm-type things.
Yep, and getting on them from above.
Yeah, that's what we talked
tactic.
about when we scanned this.
We were looking at this map, we're like, holy crap, you can run up these things. This is awesome. You don't even...
You can actually run... You can run up the stairs and then directly up that thing and land and get on the top of that building that has Charlie Point in it, and you can access both Charlie and Bravo easily from that one point.
Well, the Iron Wolves have a mega hold on Charlie Point here.
They do, and
they're inside, and I don't know how much of that has to do with the Future Crew in the late start not seeing the yell, but
let's at least give them credit because they had that same stranglehold on it even when we had to pause the match. So,
correct.
We do have a push on Charlie though by Future Crew. They are in this small building, staging, getting ready.
They are working on controlling the outside. They could actually make a push for Bravo without too much resistance.
They are making a push for Bravo. They are actually going around the building, the west side of this building, and probing Bravo to see what's in there. Hamma, I use the word probing just for you.
We do have a few guys. It looks like 6 guys pushing towards Bravo.
Bravo is being flipped as we speak.
And the other guys are down on the bridges in the Charlie region. It looks like they are... Let's see, where are they coming from? Wait, guys in Bravo? We got dudes all over the roof from drop pods. That's where they are. All right.
We do have
drop pods on the roof of
Future Crew
Charlie.
Air as well. Future Crew brought in their own Liberator this time around. They saw what a job.
That was.
Yeah, how
Looks like we have
effective it was.
scythes and liberators. One
Scythe,
please.
one Liberator is all I see currently. And it does look like Future Crew has the Bravo point locked down at this time.
Yep, and they're on the roof of Charlie, trying to clear these bridges before making a decision to push down into it. I think they're going to try and push in with just a couple guys and otherwise lock down the outside of it. We do have a few guys into Charlie right now. 4, 5, 6, 7 of them actually, so more than a couple. They're locking down the Charlie building, locking down the bridges between Charlie and Alpha.
Oh, I just saw a knife kill. Poor Neon
It looks
Tiger.
like they hold Bravo Point, but Iron Wolves just blew themselves up with their own grenade. He missed the door.
I did witness a knife kill on my screen as Neon Tiger was not paying attention to the infiltrator that snuck up next to him and knifed him.
I saw it.
See,
Unfortunately, you weren't
Well, it looks
live
like
at the time.
Iron Wolves are coming in from behind where Future Crew did not expect into the Bravo Point. But they're not afraid to just push out and take these guys out. The Scythe has lit them up now.
8 minutes left. Future Crew held 2 points. TIW held 1.
So the score is now, what, 21?
21 to 9.
Future Crew now holds all 3 points.
They have taken all 3.
I think
And it looks like them not being able to spawn made a big difference, because they were saying they weren't able to spawn 3 minutes into the match. Because that was gone, and we found... I'm surprised it didn't happen the first time around, where we were in observer cams on the hard spawns that we set up, and they didn't disappear, but then they did. So now that Future Crew has all of these points, I want to think about how they're going to hold them. Bravo is effectively holding Bravo and Charlie while they control Alpha.
All right. Iron Wolves are making a
have
hard
taken
push.
Alpha.
Yeah, they made a hard push towards Alpha and have taken over Alpha. There's a number of Future Crew on and around the point, though. So I believe Future Crew's probably going to take it right back.
And we
Seems
have
like
an
it's
Iron
mostly-
Wolves push coming in on Bravo as well. They're having a hard time. Future Crew's in the building, but also on the outside, preventing them from really setting up a surround. So while they're holding up into the building, they still have guys on the outside poking at them, keeping them from being able to move freely on the outside of the building, and I really like that setup.
Future Crew have flipped A back to their favor or are currently flipping A back to their favor. They once again control all 3 points.
Future Crew's using these windows from the Charlie point here that you can't actually go through to hold off the, looks like the cardinal directions, eastern side of the Bravo point.
Future Crew did discover the Sunderer that the Iron Wolves have placed near Alpha Point and have just destroyed it. Scythe came in and took it out. So now the Iron Wolves are forced to only spawn from their spawn room unless they bring up some sort of vehicle. And there is a vehicle terminal very close.
Future Crew has been basically taken out in Bravo Point, but they always have a medic up. They're always getting guys up. I don't get it. They have no Sunderer. They're relying purely on squad deploy and medics, and they are able to maintain a defense here. They're very well coordinated in that regard.
Yeah,
They
Iron Wolves
constantly have a medic.
Iron Wolves are looking to do another push onto Bravo. They seem to be focused solely on Bravo once again.
They're making a strong push, but Future Crew is a really good defensive setup. They have guys from these windows keeping them from getting on the eastern side of the point and throwing nades in that door. And on the other side, the western side, they have guys shooting over from the Alpha zone, controlling that area. So they've got them hemmed in pretty well here. They have guys getting closer and closer to the spawn room here.
Yeah,
just further reducing the movement that Iron Wolves are allowed to have.
Man, I'm not seeing nearly as much lib farming this time around. Doesn't seem like lib's even staying in the air. I guess that's been handled.
We do have one Reaver.
We have a Reaver up now.
I'm surprised that Iron Wolves abandoned their Liberator tactic, because it seemed to be doing a good job of keeping Future Crew in check.
You're right, and this is a very good time, especially when they don't have bursters, to bust out a Liberator and really keep them penned in the spawn here. We saw that the very first community clash, I believe it was Das Anfall, was it? That had a Liberator just pounding.
It was NNG, yeah.
Oh, NNG, that's right, I'm sorry. Pounding the outside of the spawn room, keeping Black Arrows from exiting.
That the Alpha Squad, the Alpha Point has been flipped over. So while Future Crew,
we actually have a few TIW
4 minutes left. 2 points for Future Crew.
Of the base here, trying to get to this Bravo point from very far out wide, where Future Crew is not expecting.
Alpha has flipped back into Future Crew's favor.
All right, so they have Alpha back.
Current points are 22-10 in Future Crew favor.
I'm surprised that Future Crew
have a scythe to counter that Reaver up now. And they are having a little battle. I'm going to check that out.
They are having a little battle in the air. Let's see some...
they crashed into each other. The Reaver's still alive, though.
He is. That was very nice. I caught that as well. That was interesting. He's at half health, too, not only. So keep an eye on it. Okay, good. He is ignoring their hard spawn Sunder. That's good.
We still have guys pushing on B. TIW
Bravo is taken.
Back. During that bit of action, we missed that. We apologize.
Well, there was some air going on.
Well, one air fight. I told you I had. It's your fault.
Better than no air fight.
So we have Future Crew pushing over from Alpha into the Bravo point. They're not coming from Charlie at all. I don't even know what their defense at Charlie is. It's
Iron Wolves is actually
Charlie from Bravo, though. Iron Wolves is getting one guy. Yep. Iron Wolves do have Charlie point.
They are flipping it right now, but they flipped it, but there are Future Crew still in the area, so they are taking it back right now.
You're always going where I'm going. All right,
they're flipping it right now.
Bravo.
How much time is left there, Torx?
It's 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Does look like TIW has a very good hold on Bravo right now. With just one man. There's one. Nope. They have all sorts of guys on the outside, keeping Future Crew from entering the building.
Yeah, they're firing into this one doorway here onto Future Crew on the Charlie point. But honestly, it's not doing a lot of damage to them. I mean, it keeps hitting a few of them, but their medics are more than able to.
TIW is taking Alpha right now. They just took Alpha.
Yeah, they did just take Alpha.
So they have 2 points now.
And they're actually pushing Charlie as well.
They're working on the outskirts, and I imagine these guys that just came from Alpha are going to come across the bridge here.
Future Crew are holed up in Charlie right now.
It looks like they're trying to come across the bridge, but Future Crew being holed up in Charlie. Oh! 2 guys just dropped in behind an infiltrator making his way to Alpha across the bridge, and went in. He doesn't even know it.
We have a gal sitting up top. That's awesome.
Watch C, guys.
Iron Wolves are definitely making... Iron Wolves... Jax himself is actually making a push on Charlie and is taking it by himself. Let's give some props to Jax. His backup has reached him. Iron Wolves now own all 3 points.
Very nice. We have 50 seconds left in the match, guys. Maybe that's made a good time to make a push.
Future Crew is coming from the hard spawn. I'm surprised they're not trying to bring up another Sunderer that's closer. But they're making a coordinated push. It looks like Bravo is making their way over towards Charlie. Alpha's trying to make their way over to the A point. But we have Bravo pushing C right now.
I do have a push on Charlie right now, and they are flipping it.
There's only a couple guys making their way towards the A point, but TIW has several guys defending it all over the place, too. They're not in one spot. This A is going to be very hard to take.
Charlie point has flipped in their favor. I think Future Crew is going to end this match with 1 point. With 1 point captured at the end of the match.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to have a very good time getting at the A point. They have a lot of... Match is over. All right, so they get 1 point at the end there.
23-12 is the score at the moment. 23-12, which actually, TIW can still win this.
Correct. If they own the entire game, they win.
That is true. Oh, this is going to be entertaining.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's communicate with them. Let these bases
we're gonna
turn
hop
over.
out. Get this taken care of.
All right, we'll talk.
All right, cool.
Okay. 15
All right,
seconds.
Let's do this.
All right, so
10,
here we
9,
go.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action. Time. Let's do this.
And here comes Future Crew.
And here
Oh,
comes the
Alpha
Iron Wolves.
Going towards A point. All of Bravo Squad is going towards B point and C point. And we have a Sunderer being spawned, similar to what TIW did near the A point. Well, looks like they have Furies. They might be going Battle Bus here. They are. They're trying to take guys out with this Battle Bus Sunday. And while that's a Bravo Squad Sunder, Alpha Squad's here at the A point.
Make
they're
sure
gonna
that you
focus
don't
on
shoot
locking
that
it down.
hard spawn Sunderer. We're getting awfully close to it. Iron Wolves have set up this Sunderer just to the west of the A point, and they are going to be making a push into it very shortly.
And I see another Sunderer for Iron Wolves over here by Bravo on the outside. It's set up to spawn,
Yes,
but
their
there's only
plan
one
was,
guy in it. It's to
their plan
diverge.
was to split. Their plan was
Yeah,
to split
Bravo.
the sides.
They have taken Bravo.
Do you want to go focus on Bravo and take a look at that, and I'll stay here on
It
A?
was zero action. They took it cleanly. Future Crew completely was at Charlie, not knowing that they were coming behind, so they took Bravo uncontested.
The Battle Sunday has been taken out.
Future Crew is making a push to get Bravo back, but they don't know about this Sunderer over here on the south side of the Bravo point. On the south, cardinal directions, east side of the Bravo point. So they're actually setting up outside Bravo and getting shot in the back.
I will tell you that I'm very
moving over here to Bravo now too.
I'm very confused as to the Iron Wolves' tactics, because they should know that they can't lose any points in this, yet they are really not making a push towards A.
They can lose 1 point. They can lose 1 point.
They can,
They
and
need
it'll be
2 of
tie.
these points very quickly. They have Bravo. They need to get Alpha or Charlie within the next couple minutes here, otherwise they're going to lose.
Right, they are making their push towards Alpha now, but
And almost all the Future Crew is in Bravo Point taking it back. There are 2 people near Alpha, but no one's technically really on the point. We have 2 guys on the point now. So Future Crew has locked down Charlie. They still don't know about the Sunderer here on the southeast, though. So they
we do. The air has arrived.
Bravo, right again, shooting him in the back. Future Crew has no idea where that Sunderer is at.
The air has arrived.
And TIW takes Bravo uncontested again. They ran into some mines, but there's plenty of medics to keep these guys up. They have Bravo. They need to get Alpha now, or Charlie. They need these points.
I'm really surprised you're right. They haven't found that Sunderer yet. It's like in plain view.
And it's
To anybody
sad
with
because
observer
if they
cam.
get these points, it's going to all be for naught. But
Yeah, they've
Future
taken Bravo back.
It's there.
Iron Wolves have taken Bravo back.
Though they have it back, Future Crew is... Iron Wolves is making a push on Charlie, but there's plenty of Future Crew in there. They're not going to let that go easily. And Future Crew knows that they need only these 2 points. No one's on Alpha. I see 0 at Alpha. And this Sunderer over here by Alpha is still up as well. They have 3 Sunderers surrounding the base now. They could really be using this to their advantage if it weren't so intense that they had...
They got a Skyguard up.
First clash point.
Bravo's being contested once again. Back to the Future Crew.
I am battle rank 4. But Future Crew has all 3 points.
They
I don't
do.
know what Iron Wolves is thinking here. They have to get these. How close are we to a clash point?
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
So
It's
in
over.
5 seconds, Future Crew has won that.
All right, first clash point has passed. It's 3 points to Future Crew.
Yeah, Derringer, while we were gone, the community decided that these moments where points are scored is called a clash point.
Clash Point. That's a great name.
I like it.
I apologize. It took me a while to get Iron Wolves set up with their Sunderers.
It's all right. Stuff happens.
You know what? Iron Wolves has a really good setup, but It's like they just didn't care to win because they didn't make a push for A or Alpha Point at all.
Well, they definitely picked up Bravo, but I agree.
Time the Clash Point arrived, and the match is over. The entire community clash is over. Future Crew has won. But I still want to see what Iron Wolves do here. I want to see them utilize this setup that they have, where they have 3 Sunderers surrounding the hard spawn and the 2 mobiles.
I will say that was their plan all along, was to have 3 Sunderers up, to have the 3 points of the base, and to be able to attack it from 3 different sides. But I definitely agree. They did not take full advantage of that when they had it. They're so
11 minutes left.
They seem timid pushing points. That's the only way that I can describe it.
And Future Crew is holding them quite effectively.
Yeah.
They don't have many guys on the outskirts of the points, but they have enough to divert.
All right, Jack says he wants it called because the match is over. So
that is his prerogative.
He says he wants it called, so it's done.
All right.
Match is over. Match is over.
And the Vanu once again winning the community clash.
Ah!
I don't know. It's what, 4 now or 5?
Yeah, it is all 4.
I don't think we can blame this entirely on it being VS though. Like
Future Crew's very organized. I think, regardless of what empire they were, they would have won here. They are a very organized outfit. They've never really touted themselves as being an MLG outfit, but they are good.
Yeah, let's not say it's entirely that. I mean, Vanu are overpowered as hell, but
no bias here. No bias.
I want to say that last point that I made, that I felt the Iron Wolves were just a little too timid at taking points. I don't think that they used that full advantage of having Sunders on 3 sides to hit all 3 points equally. We watched them spend a number of minutes outside that A point where that Sunder was spawned and not make a push onto it. I'm confused. That's all. That's all I can say.
Okay. Well, we're gonna bring those guys back on here in just a second. Sorry. So the match is over. Future Crew won with I don't even know what the score is.
You gotta award them all 12 points for this round. So.
I mean, the last Clash point I tallied, since I love that so much now, it was 26-13, and then they took those 3 points, so it was 29 at this tally. I guess if TIW forfeit, they took another 9 points, so it is 38. 38-13.
I don't think that makes sense.
Yeah,
you said that if they forfeit, all the rest of the Clash points go to them, but
but you got to be 12 times 4.
Yeah, it was
the math is there. It's 35 to 13.
All right, well, either way, whatever. Future Crew won. I'm not going to argue the math. I guess
let's bring them in let's not waste any more time. I want to talk to these guys. Let's bring them in.
Oh god, the thermonuclear VS weapon is back.
Aaron wants to congratulate his Vanu brethren for once again winning community.
Yeah,
clash.
good work.
Who said this?
You.
You're like, I want to get these guys in here.
Shock FC.
So excited.
And Jax. All right, hold on, guys. They're joining now. Shock, are you there?
Yep, here.
All right. And waiting on Jax here for a second.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Jax. All right, so we have both you guys in here.
You're
Jackson's doing the Brillo pad against the microphone again.
So, Jax, can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Wow, nuclear explosions drive me insane. Oh my god, it's so bright. What did you think about the last 2 rounds? I know there was some problems, some disappointments. What are your thoughts?
I mean, it is what it is. At this point, like, I'm just happy that you guys are doing this stuff for the community. I think until we have Battle Islands, there's not going to be like real competitive matches. But shout out to Future Crew. They look really good. I do think the Zoe Max is pretty broken. I think we showed that here today, that NC as a class is fundamentally underpowered right now, and is not competitively viable. So being the only competitive NC team, it kind of screws us a little bit. But Future Crew definitely outplayed us either way. And until we get Battle Islands, we won't have true competition. But what you guys are doing is really awesome.
Okay. Shock, what did you think about the last couple rounds?
The problems early on kind of sucked, especially, on attack there with that Sunder blowing up. But overall, even though, we played all infantry, we were still able to come out on top at the end. So
Okay.
I felt good about it. My guys still played very, very well. There was a base we weren't very familiar with, so attacking was a little more difficult than we anticipated. But overall, I think it went really well, of course.
I've never seen a lot of fighting really going on at Terran Crash Site, like you guys had said. It was kind of interesting.
This is my favorite base in the game right now. The layout is just amazing. The points are separated just nice. I've had some really great battles in this point. That's why I personally chose this one to have you guys fight over.
Cool. We always like to ask Jax first. What can we do to improve next time? Is there something in the rule sets, or maybe something else we can do? I'm sure there's a couple of things you can think of.
I think a single cap point base would be interesting. Just on the war report, we focus on those a lot because it kind of centers the action.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you could do is multiple single cap bases, because to sort of simulate the battle island, do multiple single cap bases so platoons really have to split up and move separately. Just would be my two suggestions, I guess. But those are things I would love to do on the war report. But once the battle islands comes, both your show and my show, I think will really get a boost, and I can't wait for those to come out. I'm really excited for a competitive PlanetSide too.
Cool. Okay, Shock, what do you think we could do better next time? Maybe was there anything in the rules? I know there was some. It's at one point this last couple rounds was there a misunderstanding about the rules? I'm trying to understand about the Sundays or air pull or something.
Yeah, there's just some very slight misinterpretations of the rules. I think it's more about how they're written, about which Sunday or how many Sundays we can pull. That's why I was kind of asking Knox, who was very helpful about what we can pull, what we can do, because it says one mobile squad Sunday, but then you said we can pull a lot of Sundays. So either way, but we also really would like to work with SOE to get a private server to get some obviously things that aren't hampered with blowing up Sundays and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to the Future Crew guys, very good sports in that team, and the guys that I met in person, guys that I really like. So one of my favorite outfits as far as the guys go. So shout out to you guys.
Cool. All right, well, thank you both for coming on. It was a hell of a match. It was a hell of a couple rounds to watch. So thanks again, guys. We're gonna let you go for now. We'll talk to you more later on.
Later,
guys. It was a great event.
Thank you. All right. General public, this is where we kind of give our info. Thanks everybody for showing up and watching. I think this is the most we've had for a match. We do our best we can each week to kind of increase, to help just better the show. And that includes all of us. That's Hamma, Knox, Derringer, myself, Jenny Boo, SOE, Luperza. A great deal of many people. We have Antithesis. Torx's dog. Antithesis. We have Shit Pete. We have Fox. We have Kid Riot. We have a whole bunch of people that really help out with a lot of different aspects of the show that you guys don't see. We all work together as a team to try to get this as a place where you guys can kind of play and have some fun on a weekly basis. So thanks again for coming out. Obviously, let's give a chance for Hamma and Knox. Derringer, why don't you guys have your piece? Knox first, maybe?
Me first? You said Derringer's name first. Anyways, my piece. What's my piece? My piece is at Noxio on Twitter, NOXXIA.
Oh, okay. That's
excuse me. Is that what I'm doing? What am I doing?
I'm just sort of, say goodbye to everyone. Yeah, your Twitter's fine too.
Okay, well... Yeah.
How tall you are, how much you weigh, your hair color, I don't care.
200 pounds.
SWM.
I had, I felt a little rusty at the start, and I noticed I was moving my camera real quick, so I apologize after having not done it for a couple weeks, but it's good times. Thanks for everyone for showing up, and keep showing up.
Cool. Did you have anything to say to to the listeners, everyone else?
Yeah, I guess I have to apologize about my sound issues. I don't know why my sounds aren't working right now, so I will make sure to sort those out for next time. Otherwise, I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed watching it. I have to say that I enjoyed it more once we took maxes out of it as well. So I'm glad that little change was thrown into the mix, because it added a new element to the game of just infantry only with the vehicle support. And I think that we can let everybody know who's watching that on the next weeks, we are not going to be restricting main battle tanks anymore either. So you'll be able to start seeing those as well, as long as this PPA thing with the mag riders fixed, right?
We might even find a base where we can see some vehicle combat.
Yes. But otherwise, you guys can always find me on Twitter at Derringer, THEDERINGER. And otherwise, thank you everyone for watching. I had fun. I hope you did too.
Okay. Hamma, it's your turn.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining match here tonight. On the technical level, everything went fairly well. Apologies for a couple stream drops. I'm not entirely sure what that was, so that's something I'll be working on for the next week as we move into the next show. So definitely thank everybody for watching. We really want your feedback. Be sure to provide it in the various threads that are kind of all over the place. We've got threads on Reddit, PSU. We've got
read them all.
We've got the email feedback areas. We've got all sorts of feedback locations, and we really want to hear what you guys have to say about the show because it's really, community feedback that's going to really make this entertaining to watch. And 2 great outfits tonight. Fun to watch. You can follow me on the Twitterverses. Mine is CDL Hamma.
Good times. All right. I'm Torx. You can follow me at ReachCast Torx if you'd like. You can check out ReachCast Show, ReachCastShow.com. The main thing I want you guys to check out, I don't really care about my stuff personally. You can check out the PS2 Clash Twitter. If you would, that's kind of where we send out all of our news about what goes on in the next matches.
What is that, PS2 COMM?
Because
I initially looked 1M, that's why I specified.
Oh, okay. It's PS2 COM. Yeah, Jenny just put in the chat, but for those of you listening to this after the fact, it's PS2 COMMCLASH. PS2 Clash. That's where you'll hear all the news for Clash matches coming up, as well as all of our Twitters. I'm sure we'll broadcast at each match. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I want to say thanks again.
The one thing we need to do, we need to toot our own horn one last time, saying that we did episode 50 of ReachCast this week.
That's true. The
no horn tooting is allowed.
I just did it.
Aside from that, I want to say a big thank you to Future Crew and to TIW, the Iron Wolves, for tonight and coming and participating. They spent a lot of time as well doing prep with us, get everything ready to go. So they contributed a great deal of time, and we thank them for that. If you're interested in participating in a future match, where you're watching right now, there's a sign-up sheet at the top link, or there's a link for a sign-up sheet at the top. Hit it, or associate anyone else to it. We advertise it throughout the week if your outfit wants to participate. We are not just strictly related to 24-24. We can do 12-12, but we need to find 12-12 people that want to play against each other. So 24-24 and 12-12 are our 2 formats that we are currently looking into. We're not against others, but those are the 2 that we'll be doing in the near future. So if you're interested, you have a smaller outfit or medium size, please check it out. Hit the link, fill out the fields, and we'll do our best to link or hook you up with another team that's close to yourselves and play style and rank. So
yeah.
Aside from that, thanks everybody for coming out. We do this for you guys, so you guys coming out really makes our day.
And thanks for the Clash points. I love it.
Yeah, Clash points.
And my apologies to Redo, who accidentally timed out on a slip. So
she dropped the hammer a little bit.
I already
too hard.
said sorry like a bunch of times, but I'm doing it again. So.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
Admin fail.
Person.
It happens.
Evil. I was just going to say, too, I just want to chime in real quick. We mentioned all those people that are kind of helping out, and we have a lot of things that are kind of in the works that you guys will be starting to see as we start moving along a little further. You should see things like scoreboards, timers, and things like that on the screen that allow you to see what's going on better without having to listen to Torx all the time. I mean, not that we don't want to listen to Torx.
I would prefer not to tell you the points all the time either. I'd rather watch the match if I can help it.
Yeah, but either way, all that sort of stuff is coming. Graphics, all sorts of fun stuff. All these people are working on all sorts of different little parts to try and make this show better. And definitely shout out, and hopefully we can get that private server and we'll be able to have a lot more of a controlled area for you guys in the future. So that's all I've got to say. I'm good.
See you again.
Thanks again.
See you next week.
Later. Yep.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Good night.